Christmas and happy holidays, spooky pretties. Welcome back to my channel. Today we are going to talk about Maggie's favorite holiday classics. I thought it would be fun to end the year with something a little different. I'm sure there's plenty of videos out there on YouTube of other people doing this, but I thought you guys might like to see what I like to watch around the holidays. Some spooky, some Christmas classics. So tune in with me today and see if there's anything that's not already on your holiday list. Today I'm drinking my boozy hot chocolate recipe in my Krampus mug from Spirit Halloween. It says, "You better watch out." And then on the back here, it says Krampus. I love this mug so much because it's huge. It fits at least 12 ounces of liquid, if not more. And my boozy hot chocolate, I'll give you my little recipe here. It is the Swiss Miss milk chocolate brand with mini marshmallows. But then you add about 2 shots, roughly, of butterscotch schnapps. And then you top it with whipped cream. And it's friggin' delicious. Now, one of my classic Christmas favorite movies is the Santa Claus series. In the original Santa Claus movie, Judy, one of the elves, has perfected her hot cocoa recipe, and I've always tried to imagine what that could possibly taste like. Well, it's this. It's this. So I guess it's not truly just hot cocoa. It's hot cocoa with a little spice, if you know what I mean. But it's delicious. I just wish you guys could be here to taste it with me. But cheers, Merry Christmas, Happy New Year. Let's do this. Okay, let's just stop drinking now. And let's get into the Christmas classics. Now, as you can clearly see, I'm a fan of Krampus. Not only do I have my mug, but I have my little Krampus guy. He is kept by my nightstand every year. And yeah, he sees me when I'm sleeping, no joke. But I love him so much. So let's just dive into Krampus first. Here we have Krampus, our first movie. Let's talk about it. I love this film so much. It actually came out in 2015, right around my birthday. It was either released on my birthday, which is December 4th, or the day after. Either way, I saw it right on my birthday weekend, and I always watch it right at the beginning of December. Gets me in the mood for my birthday and Christmas, brings back a lot of good memories, and I truly, truly just love this film. It's done by Michael Dougherty, who also did Trick or Treat, and we all love Trick or Treat. So like, why wouldn't you love Krampus? I know a lot of people like Trick or Treat more than Krampus, but I love this movie so freaking much. I think all of the creative, creepy creatures in it, like the toys and the elves and the creepy ass angel that is fucking terrifying. I just love them all so much. And the gingerbread men that come to life, perfection. And Toni Collette is a goddess, I should say. But she's one of my all-time favorite actresses. Anything she's in, I'm gonna watch. And there's also some other amazing actors in this film. And I love it. I love it so much. I love the music. I love the entire setting of the film. I think it is just spectacular. And it's actually what I'm gonna watch tonight, because unfortunately I didn't watch it around my birthday this year because I was in Germany for work. So tonight's viewing will be Krampus. And yeah, so there's the back. Not that you guys need to see the thing, the covers, but I want to show you. So yeah, let me know if you like this movie. Let me know if it's on your list. Fun fact, a few years ago, they did a Krampus house at Halloween Horror Nights in Orlando, and I was able to be there for that, and it was amazing. Picture the house in the film, all the creatures in the film. They were done in this haunted house, and it was like being in the movie. It was absolutely incredible. I would love to experience that house again. Oh, very, very cool. All right, so we're going to talk about 2 movies right now. We're going to talk about the original Silent Night, Deadly Night, and then the remake, Silent Night. Now, this is probably on everybody's list, and there's actually 4 sequels to this. There's 5 of these, and then we've got the remake. But honestly, I like the original better than the remake by far. It's cheesy 80s goodness. I can't help but love it. And I just think it's so fun, and the kills are so creative and so festive. I mean, it fits right in to Christmas. I don't know what that says about me that I like that, but oh well. And Leanna Quigley's death is just chef's kiss, and you can't forget that. So, and Robert Brian Wilson's portrayal of Billy is just spot on. I had the pleasure of meeting him at a convention a few years ago, and he was awesome. So yeah, I really dig this film. You know, it could be better, but a lot of things in the 80s could be better, you know, if you really want to nitpick at it, but it's just fun, and I like the music in this movie too, and the grandpa is just really freaking creepy. I know he's only in one scene, but his scene is very effective, and they ended up kind of recreating that scene in the remake. It's one of the only things in the remake that kind of mirrors the original. And this film is really fun too. I don't know, I just happen to have nostalgia for the original, but this also has some very creepy, creative, and gory kills. Gory. I mean, there's a wood chipper. Ooh, there's just a lot of bloody gore in this. And yeah, Jamie King's in this, who's kind of a little scream queen in her own right. I like her, I dig her. And yeah, the Santa in this is really scary. He's probably scarier, obviously, than Billy, but Billy? If I can do this right, guys, I think that hot chocolate's getting to me. But yes, the Santa in this, looks-wise, is much scarier than the Santa in this. They hide his identity in this film, where in this, you know, throughout the entire film who it is. But no matter how you slice it, both movies are really fun. I like to watch both around the holiday. I just prefer the original myself. But let me know. Original? Remake? You tell me. What's your favorite? All right, next we've got Jack Frost. No, not the kids' sappy version. The really creepy, fucked up version about a serial killer guy that gets killed, but his soul gets transferred into a snowman, kind of like Chucky. Charles Lee Ray gets into the doll, but in this, Jack Frost comes back as a fucking snowman. You know, I really used to like this movie, and I still do. Like, you can't not like this movie on some level. But I just watched this last week, and I didn't love it as much as I remembered loving it previous watches, but I still really like it. It's funny, it's weird, Shannon Elizabeth's in it. Yeah, I don't know. It's just something that you don't see every day. And, you know, the dialogue in it is super hilarious, but also super dumb. It's just, I don't know. Honestly, get high and watch this. If you're going to watch this sober, I mean, you're probably going to still find it funny, but not as funny as you would if you were high or drunk. But not that I'm saying you should go out and do drugs, kids. I'm just trying to provide this movie a little help. Anyways, it's still fun. It's still cheesy. Most horror fans love watching it this time of year. I do love this box set from Vinegar Syndrome. Look at these discs. These are fun. I love the artwork. So I do love this set. When I saw it, I bought it at a convention at the Vinegar Syndrome booth, actually. And I was like, mine! So yeah. Get it, grab it, watch it. And of course, there's no way I'm not going to talk about Gremlins. I mean, Gizmo is on my bow, and one of my dogs is named after a Gizmo. Of course I'm going to talk about this. Gremlins, a family Christmas favorite, and it's literally one of the best movies to introduce your kids to horror, in my opinion. It's fun, and the Mogwais are just so freaking cute. Gizmo is one of the cutest things on the planet. I just really love this film for a variety of reasons. It is definitely the perfect 80s film. It really is. I mean, I think it encompasses that time period perfectly. I just think it's one of the best things that was made back then. I really, really do. I know you guys are probably like, what the fuck? But no, it really was fun, and it really was just perfect for the time period. And I say this about a lot of the movies we've been talking about, but I really love the music in this. The Gremlins theme. Okay, ridiculous, I know, but I'm obsessed. Obsessed with it. So yeah. Yeah. And the sequel is great too. There's no way you don't love this movie. Please tell me. If you don't like this movie, tell me why. Comment and tell me why. I will listen. but I might not agree with you. Also, I really love the Snow White scene when all of the gremlins in town have gathered in the theater and they're all going to town, eat snacks, throwing popcorn. I love picking out every single Mogwai and how they're dressed. Oh my God, it's so funny. And my favorite is the guy with the 3D glasses. He's my fave. I love collecting items of his little character. So cute. So now we're going to talk about a few horror films that aren't technically set at Christmas, but they're films I love to watch during Christmas, and they're still wintry. They're just not at Christmas or Hanukkah or any other holiday. But let's talk about Frozen. Ooh, this one is an edge of your seat thriller for sure. Not really gory or slasher or any of that stuff. It's just like a thriller, and it's anxiety inducing and heart pumping. And my friend Robert Scott Bean introduced me to this film, and I do love it so much. It really made me kind of feel sick to my stomach thinking about what I would be doing in this situation. If you really picture this scenario and living through it, it's more terrifying than any of these other films. Well, maybe not, but it's on another level, let me tell you. Being stuck on a ski lift in negative temperatures, you've got hypothermia, starvation, dehydration. Wolves come into play in this film. It is fucked. Like 6 Ways from Sunday, fucked. So we've got some good actors in this, like Shawn Ashmore and Emma Bell. Check it out. It'll make you frozen while watching it, trust me. And yeah, there's no singing in this film, so you don't have to worry about that Elsa chick. Let it go! All right, this one is a new recent fave. Let me see when this came out again. I think it was 2020. Let me see if I'm right. So yes, this is a recent favorite because it came out in 2020. I've only watched it twice, but I really, really love it. It's The Wolf of Snow Hollow, and it's certified fresh on Rotten Tomatoes. So, I mean, come on. It's an interesting film. I don't want to give anything away because there's a really good twist, just saying. And it's kind of odd. When you're first watching it, you're kind of like confused by the humor. But if you're into weird humor, like me, you're going to find this absolutely hysterical. The guy in this film, let me see, what's his name? I don't even know, y'all, my bad. Anyways, I don't know his name. But it looks like he plays Officer Marshall. And he reminds me a lot of Kyle MacLachlan in Twin Peaks. He has some similarities to the character Agent Cooper in Twin Peaks. And the humor is just really odd. And I don't know. I can't help but just love really weird humor. And the humor I'm kind of talking about is humor that you would see in like Best in Show and A Mighty Wind, but not quite like that humor, but very similar. So this has some good gore and blood in it, and it's gonna keep you thinking until the last second. Give it a watch. It's set in winter. I just really, really like this movie. I was very pleasantly surprised on my first watch. So let me know what you think. If you've seen it, or if you do watch it after seeing this video, come back and tell me what you thought. All right, another wintry movie, and probably one of my non-Christmas winter favorites, 30 Days of Night with Josh Hartnett, who, heartthrob, boom, boom. Anyways, I love this movie. It is probably up there in my top 5 favorite vampire movies. It might be in my top 3 with Lost Boys and Fright Night. I can get down with this movie any day, but I really like watching it in the winter because the idea of being in the night for 30 days, very eerie, is actually something I've wanted to try. Anybody else want to go up to Alaska and do this with me? Because I think it would be fun and creepy and different. I want to see how the other half lives. Anyways, the vampires in this are terrifying, and the setting is terrifying. Nighttime, freezing temperatures, being stuck and isolated, hiding from these vampires for 30 fucking days. Oof. Oof. Yeah. And it's got kind of, I don't know, I'm not going to give it away, but I sometimes cry in this movie. I'm a wimp. Maybe not a wimp. I have a soft heart. I'm a hopeless romantic. It's there, guys. It's there. All right, another wintry movie, but not set in Christmas. Dreamcatcher, based on the book by Stephen King. I will tell you this, I've read the book, and the book is longer and better. and also almost nothing to do with this. I mean, there are similarities, but like the stories and the way they move and flow and end, completely different. But all the characters in the film are in the book. Even though the book is better, I tend to really love this movie. I started watching it, or it came out when I was in middle school, 2003, right before I went into high school, so 8th grade. And for some reason, I just really connected to the cast of this film. I feel like they have great chemistry, and it's really believable that they've all been friends for 20 years. It stars Jason Lee, Timothy Olyphant, Thomas Jane, Morgan Freeman, Tom Sizemore. It's got a really good cast, a mostly male cast, but it's really good. And like I said, the guys in this film have great chemistry, and Jason Lee and some of the other guys, they just have some dialogue in this that literally makes me want to piss my pants. I've seen this movie probably 25 times, and I still like die laughing every time I watch it. So it's kind of a creature feature. If you've seen this, you'll know what I'm saying. If not, you'll find out. It's very out there, very sci-fi, along with some horror. Anything Timothy Olyphant's in, I'll get down with. So yeah. Check this out. And yeah, there's the friends. Donnie Wahlberg's in this too, and you're not going to recognize him. Picture what he looked like in The Sixth Sense, and you'll know what I'm saying. And last but not least, and also speaking of Timothy Olyphant, this is not a horror movie at all. However, I thought you guys would dig this because you're into 90s movies like me, and this was in the late 90s, I think 1999, if I'm not mistaken. And this is called Go. Yeah. So this movie is set at Christmas time. It also has Timothy Olyphant in it, like I said. It's got Breckin Meyer and Katie Holmes and Taye Diggs and Scott Wolf. Oh my God, there's so many freaking people in this movie. It's kind of one of those movies that I think it's an anthology. I think it's 4 stories and they all connect. And again, it's set at Christmas and it's very 90s, early 2000s vibe. Good music. There's drugs in this, so it kind of makes you want to like rave and have fun and party like these guys, but while in the comfort of your own home. But yeah, this takes me back a bit, and this movie is just really, really funny and really, really out there, and it's interesting to see how all the stories connect. And yeah, like I said, it's not horror, but it's definitely going to be up your alley because I know my viewers and you guys are like me. And you love that 90s and 2000s nostalgia shit, and this is what it's gonna give you. So watch it, have a good Christmas, go watch Go. All right, so let me take one last sip of my boozy hot cocoa and wish you all a very Merry Christmas, a Happy Hanukkah, a Happy Kwanzaa. If you don't celebrate anything, happy end of the year, Happy New Year. You survived another one. We all did. Thank you for tuning in today for Maggie's Horror Holiday Classics and some other shit. Let me know what you think. If you've seen some of these movies, you love them, you hate them, whatever you feel, leave a comment below. And yeah, I hope you guys have a great new year, and I'll see you then. Keep it weird and make it Maggie. Cheers.